Hey everyone, it's the Ride or Die Homies, aka the Mayhem Mercenaries. I'm Ashley, Ashface Killer, live with your boys. I'm here with Phoenix, the Duel Master, and E-Rock Challenge Homie,
Use my real name, Pussy Chicken.
the Pussy Chicken. So,
Do not mock my name. Do not mock my name.
yo, I think we should just start off by talking about Turbo, because it was Turbo versus everybody this week. Let's just start off with Turbo versus Adam. So Adam is already tight because Turbo is sleeping in a communal space and he's in that area, and Turbo's pissed because he's sleeping in this area but everyone's farting and leaving a big ass mess. What is your take on this?
I mean, let's play Am I the Asshole? Like, am I the asshole for sleeping in the living room where everybody needs to sit down? Or am I the asshole for farting in the living room where everybody has to breathe? I don't know.
Both can be right.
Yeah. I'm just like such a rider for Turbo. Like, I'm like, yo, my guy's, he didn't actually say this is my space. He just is like, clean up after yourselves. And this has kind of been like a constant fight for 20 years in the Challenge House. Like, no one cleans up after themselves. It's been a fight of the past. But, I mean, the farting thing, that is kind of gross. I know how guys are. Girls don't be farting in front of each other, so I don't know.
But listen,
Girls farts be the worst ones. What are you talking about?
all you guys be drinking is like matcha and then eating salads. Like, and
Oh, yeah.
nah. But
What do you think?
And also they're in a different country, so you don't know what foods they're eating Vietnamese food. It could be spicy. I don't know, we gotta give Adam a little bit of bail here and be like, maybe the food ain't sitting right all the time.
But was he farting in the living room or in his room with Turbo?
Literally, they showed a clip of him farting on the couch, hopping over Turbo. Like, that's savage.
Yo,
He was just like jumping.
yo, that's crazy.
Like Mario
Yo,
getting a
surprised Turbo didn't
mushroom
fight him.
type shit. Yeah. Yeah.
Yo,
So-
nah, Turbo gotta fight him. That's the only way.
You got
That part.
You got the
That
boost.
part.
I
Yeah.
mean, though,
But
that's
on
not
the
your
other
room,
hand-
though. You can't be like, oh, I didn't say this is my space, but you sleep there 24/7.
Yeah. On the
Yeah.
other hand, there are a bunch of other empty rooms. A bunch of people have gone home. There's areas for him to be there. Like, he doesn't have to sleep there. So, but I don't know if you guys remember in the very beginning of the season, he was like staying outside, and some of the cast members had even said like he was complaining that it was so cold inside the house that he was like, I'll just sleep outside. I don't care. So he would sleep some nights outside in the hammock. So maybe the living room was warmer than the rooms. I don't know. What's his reasoning for sleeping out there? The fact that he's getting annoyed that people are partying around him in the living room. Now that I'm like, bro, you're in a space that's the living room. This is where everyone gathers. Like, that part, I could admit that he's wrong on that. But the farting, no, I'm not with that shit.
What about the messy plates? You with it?
No, I'm not with that either. Especially if I'm sleeping there, like, clean up after yourselves. You know how bugs get out and shit like that? Come on. Like,
But I also see it like they're probably like partying a little bit. There's maybe some drinking going on, so nobody's like cleaning up after the party. And so maybe the next morning when they wake up, they're planning to go and tidy up. But you're right, Ash. This has been like a fight throughout the history. Like, you got the clean people and you got the dirty people. And that's part of the game, is dealing with that. You have to live with other people. And Turbo ain't dealing with that part of the game that well.
yeah. I did like the part when Turbo was like, I wish my two grandmothers were here, because if they saw this mess and they saw this party, they hit them with the chocleta. And he took out,
What had a slipper ready?
yo, I was like, ow, like already in pain, because I already knew. Turbo also had beef with Melissa, and he low-key had beef with Nani. Like, Nani's still acting like that's her rival. Like, they're not partners. She's like straight up like throwing him under the bus. Like, she's yelling at him when they're arguing with Adam, she's yelling at him. She's standing up like she's about to do something. Like she gets in his face. Actually kind of gave me the ick. Are you really about to hit this man? Why are you getting up? You're about to do something to him and screaming at him like he's a kindergartner.
They have this more like a brother-sister kind of relationship is how I'm looking at it. And that's how I think they're close enough, maybe, where she feels like she can do that. So, I mean, and Turbo hasn't snapped on her yet like that, so I guess he's okay with it. I mean, I think they were close before, so I think she's acting more like a sister, annoying sister, but a sister nonetheless. And Melissa, I don't know where she came from, man. She's annoying. Like, it's between Nani and Turbo. Like, why are you jumping in? You know, why are you being that third party? Like, just let them have their thing, back off. And now you got smoke with Turbo, and nobody wants smoke with Turbo.
That part.
Yeah, I wonder if Nani's stepping in because like she doesn't want Turbo to fuck up their game and put a target on their back, but the way she did it actually makes it a bigger deal than it was.
Yeah.
Like I think she's better off telling Adam, "Yo, just leave it alone," and backing off than Turbo because Turbo don't listen to nobody. So you blow it up more, and now you got Melissa coming in like she's defending you or something. It kind of got a little bit out of hand there.
And then even when they're outside, Nani and Melissa are talking. Nani says something along the lines like he thinks that he's the king of the house or the show or something like that. And that's not how it goes. And it's like, yo, you just keep tearing him down more and more. At what point are you going to stop adding to the fuel? Like, I don't know. And
he is,
Melissa,
though.
Yeah, he is.
He's the king of
like
the
I said, I'm a
future.
rider, so I'm Team Turbo, so I'm going to defend him no matter what, even if he is wrong.
Even
No,
if
go
he
ahead.
is wrong, you fart on me, you're getting snuffed. I'm sorry. So
That part. Yeah. And the Melissa thing, it was honestly, like you said, it wasn't your beef to have. Why are you jumping in on it? And it's not even like you and Nani have years of history where I could be like, oh, that's her best friend or whatever. I'm like, nah, girl, just stay out of it. All right, so in the house, we also have Shane versus Frank. So this kind of started last episode where Shane was kind of feeling a little bit of jealousy towards Frank because of his new friendship with Veronica. We see that Shane is actually starting to feel nervous, and this episode, he's just reminding everybody how Frank is. He's reminding Adam and Steve, like, hey, we got to get him out of here. They're going to definitely betray you. So he spends this whole episode like just working up against Frank, and then Frank actually confronts him and is like, yo, get my name out your mouth. You're obsessed with me. I don't know. I was actually really excited to see it because I wanted to see this drama. But what did you guys think about their fight?
Frank is obviously the biggest threat, but I mean, he has such a great social game so far that people aren't, maybe also because his teammate is Sam, so they're not seeing him as a threat, but he's making a lot of underhanded moves in the shadows. He is controlling the game right now, you know, especially with his alliance with Veronica. So, I mean, I think Shane has been noticing this and also been noticing that Veronica is, you know, playing the same type of game as Frank, and then that gets her kind of worried.
I agree. I guess it's incredible because Frank is playing a very the better strategic game, and like outmaneuvering Shane, but Shane still has the best comebacks. It's so funny. Shane is playing the same game too. That's the only thing. Him and Davon are playing opposite sides of the house. He's playing the OGs, and Davon's playing with some of the newer people, even though they're all kind of OGs. But so they're kind of protected on both sides right now, and that's Frank's just a little more open about it. So I don't know. It's like one of those things where they see a lot of the same in each other, and they both are like, you know, going against it. Plus, there's the gay rivalry. Like, they both, you know, there could only be one. I don't know if that's the way they see it.
But Frank's winning right now. Shane a little jealous. That's why. He's a little jealous.
Well, I think Shane, his emotions are definitely getting in the way. I mean, if he just set this little tiff aside, he would go a little bit further. But now he's starting to get on Frank's bad side. And, you know, you don't want to mess with him. So he's going to come for you. So, yeah,
but you also can't
exactly.
trust Frank. I think Shane's right in not trusting Frank because Frank can just easily backstab him, throw him in, say, "Oh, they're a strong team," and that's it. So I think he's a little bit right and justified in the fact that Frank might come after him sooner or later. If Nani and Turbo go, it's Adam and Steve and Shane and Devon left.
Yeah.
True, but I don't know if you can trust Shane either, because who are the teams that he was trying to protect? The star holders. Who did the star holders want to throw in? Veronica and Katie. They wanted to keep throwing in layups. Like, that's your, like, he's not, I don't think he's protecting Veronica in any better way than Frank is, to be honest. So it's like, I don't know. He's just, I think it's like, to Ashley, your point, it's just more of a personal thing where he doesn't like that Veronica is working with Frank because it kind of, he feels squeezed out, and you can't take it personal. Play your game.
Yeah, I think he's just thinking more about himself than he is thinking about the game in general. He's just like, hold on a second. If she has him to protect her, like, she's going to forget about me. And it's all about him. And so, in Frank and Shane's terms, he was queening out very much so. So, Shane, because he actually spoke up and said it at the House vote. And he was like, listen, like, Frank is playing you, and he got up, and a lot of people don't want to challenge Frank. They all know he's diabolical, and he thinks that they don't know, but it's like clear as day. Like, we all know you're behind all these moves. I'm happy for him that he stuck up, and he's not scared to say anything either.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. That was boss. No offense, this challenge, it wasn't it. I like
No,
that
this challenge
stuff in
was
the house
horrible.
more. Yeah.
talk about
We
it.
compare it, go ahead. Give us the challenge.
All right, so we have Shooting for the Star. Very much deja vu to season 40 Hotwire Challenge. This was a time event. They had to solve a puzzle and then haul their ass to the quad and then jump off the quad and reach for the star.
It's literally just Control C, Control V, and that's it. That's what they're doing now. Like, are you serious? Like, the same challenge. The front tires weren't even moving. Like, I didn't see the front tires move at all. So I'm like, are these motherfuckers on a track or something? So it's basically a puzzle, and then you have to touch a star when you at the end.
Thing is, where it doesn't live up to the challenge 40 one is you don't actually drop off the cliff. You're left dangling, and then you don't have to do the swim afterwards. So, I mean, it was cooler for the car to, like, fall in, and then you had to do then you fell, and then you had to do the swim. So it was like not as good of a challenge.
Yeah, no, definitely. I think it was worse for sure. But let's talk about the teams that did go. So first up was Frank and Sam, and I was talking about this earlier, but Frank actually says he has a doctorate's degree. I don't know in what. I think definitely in backstabbing and betraying friends and talking shit is what I think. But he goes with Sam, and Sam actually thinks they do pretty well. We have Ashley and Dario. They haven't won a daily. I was so excited for them to come on this season, and they really were just like a big letdown. They never gave me hookups. They barely talked. They talked about like what happened in the past, but I guess all they wanted to see was hookups with them. So I was pissed about that.
It was the hottest team in the house, the hottest people in the house, and they didn't do shit.
And they
Waste.
foreplayed with us. Like, it made it seem like, okay, like, yeah, they're gonna hook up, or they're gonna talk about it, or they're giving each other these like fuck me eyes, but no, none of it. Nani and Turbo were just coming off the fight. Like, she had just screamed at him, and Nani and Turbo, they're about to go, but she's like, yeah, Turbo actually wants to push me off this cliff, and Turbo's just standing there like, no comment. Like,
I loved
right,
it.
Turbo?
that shit had me dead. Yeah, that shit had
I
me
was
dead.
dying.
Yeah, and then actually when they like jumped off the cliff or like stood in the air, she was like holding him so tight. He's like, I can't breathe. She's like, thank you so much, Turbo. That little challenge for them was very therapeutic, and they got to a better place. Shane and Davon, they're so funny. They're like really great partners, They're so much fun to watch. So she's holding on to Shane while they're jumping off the quad, and he's like, "Yo, you gotta let go of me," and she's like, "Oh yeah, how are you gonna get the star if I'm like holding you down?" So they bring the comedy to the challenge for sure.
Yeah, they're mad funny.
Yeah, I like them a lot. Nicole and Melissa on my team, and they were literally petrified of the puzzle. Like, they weren't scared of the cliff. They weren't scared of nothing. They took 7 minutes to do the puzzle. God damn it. Why did I choose them? Nicole, the way she talks, I barely understand her. Katie and Veronica, which actually Katie and Veronica, their segment of when they were jumping off the cliff or doing this challenge was actually really funny because Katie's like, "Oh, my last name is Cooley. Like, we got to be Cooley strong." And they hype this all up like they're going to do so great. And then they get to the star and they're like so short they can't even reach it. They're like,
Missed the shit out of it.
yo,
Biased.
they
I'm
missed
telling
it.
you, it's biased for short people.
Yo, that shit was crazy. Them titties
Stop it.
was
At least
holding
they
her
didn't
down.
make him swim.
Yo,
Yeah,
at least she
that's
would have
true.
had a floating device. Shit.
Where I actually would have loved to have seen that.
No, hold
And,
on. We gotta talk. They didn't just like not hit the star. They fell like a good 6 feet short of that. And the way they
Yeah.
slowed it down and they were like, and just like
This
the
was
totally
music
missed.
stopped, like, yeah, it was like
that was
yeah,
crazy. That was funny.
short queens.
Yeah, it was definitely
Short queens.
diabolical on the producer side. They played the shit out of them for sure. And Adam and Steve, of course, they go and they killed it. They killed it. They did the best. So let's go to the houseboat. Now at the houseboat, we talked about this earlier. We see Shane kind of bossing up and calling out Frank and Sam. But all in all, the house is like voting Nani and Turbo or Ashley and Dario. And Frank says something like 2 star holders are going in, acting like he doesn't have a star. And like he knows he's sitting pretty. Like it doesn't matter. He's good. He's chilling. Shane sees right through it. But do you guys think like Frank is acting like big and bad and got nothing to worry about? Or that was an honest mistake?
No, he's acting like he knows what the vote's gonna be. So he's just like talking the shit, and it's getting a little cocky where it could come back to bite him. But him and Veronica pulled off what they needed to pull off, which is convincing everybody, vote the strong teams in. We don't want to run the final against them, and it's working. So he's talking his shit. He's a little cocky. We'll see how, hopefully it takes him far because that's my team. But right now, no matter what Shane's saying, ain't nobody want to go run against Turbo and Nani. No, they don't want to run against Dario and Ashley, so they're going to get voted in.
So, do you think he wanted Ashley to go in?
As long as it's not him and Sam.
Okay.
And it's one of the other 2 star holders, or both of the other 2 star holders. He was good with it. What do you guys think of, like, do you think people are seeing through that? Like,
Yeah, they're seeing through it. I mean, Frank, I think people know it's Frank and they know what Frank's doing. They're just not ready to call him out on it yet until they're ready to make that move. I think by now he yells 1 second and then he's playing victim the next second. So I think people are onto him. They're just not ready to take him out yet. Except Shane. Shane's ready like 4 weeks ago to take him out, so.
well, like, do you think he could go to Nani and Turbo's like, I didn't vote for you last
Nah, Turbo
time.
won't believe him. Turbo won't believe him.
Yeah.
Turbo see through his pushy chicken shit.
So the houseboat ends up being Ashley and Dario. Adam and Steve have this decision. So they talk to Frank and they talk to Shane. So they talk to Frank and they make an agreement with Frank. And they say, hey, if you have the opportunity, make sure that we're safe and let's close that deal up. On the other hand, they have Shane saying, you think that he's going to hold up that deal? Like, he will backstab you in a heartbeat. Don't trust his word for anything. I have to give it credit to the producers. I've gone into the elimination and I'm like, who is the next team that's going against the house vote? Even the whole like season, I've been trying to guess like who's going in. The predictability, they took that out for us, so I'm happy about that. Anyway, Ashley and Dario versus Nani and Turbo. So we have 2 star holders. That means a star will be up for grabs next week. And they go in and they do this challenge called Hold Up.
Did you guys think that Nani and Turbo was the right move? Like, do you still think it's for Adam and Steve, because they had the choice. Do you think is the right move to send in two strong teams against each other, or send in like Frank and Sam, who you're not sure if you can work with?
I really wanted them to pick Frank and Sam. I think that would have been the better move because Frank is not gonna hold his word like at all. So when it comes down to it, like it's all about Frank. So whatever's in Frank's best interest is what he's gonna do. Doesn't matter if he says he's gonna have your back or not. So I really wanted Adam to like smarten up and get him out, but I think for gameplay, yeah, everyone thinks that Turbo is a threat.
Yeah, I agree. I think Turbo and Nani were probably the best bet just to have them take out. Because I mean, Adam and Steve, who can beat them now? Really, there's only Nani and Turbo, maybe Shane and Devon, but probably not, right? They're a well-rounded team. Both of them are both incredibly strong, and then they're good together. They have their teamwork now. I don't think anybody's really beating them on a challenge or right now a final currently. So I think by taking out the stronger teams, they just have to make sure they win. And even if they don't win, if the weaker teams are in the jungle, they have a good chance of beating them. So I mean, I think it was a good move for them. I think they know they can't trust Frank, so they just have to be wary of him. But I think their goal and Frank's goal right now to take out the stronger teams, they align for now.
I agree. Like, I thought it was a weird question to ask Frank if it was me versus Ashley, who would you pick? You're not going to break him up with his from his longtime friend the same way Frank can't go to him as like it's me or Veronica. Like Adam and Steve are going to choose Veronica and Katie because they've been their number one. So that was it's on shaky ground. So I think you're right. Like he knows he can't trust Frank. I look at the motivation of Shane and Davon. Like you haven't been playing with us. Like what's his motivation to try to get Frank to go home? It's a little bit. I don't know who to trust. So I can understand why they didn't just throw Frank and Sam in and just go for the strong teams because that benefits you. But it's getting to the point in the house like you don't know who to trust. You don't know who everybody's kind of intertwined in some incestual alliance. Plus, let's see Turbo go turbo mode,
Give us what we want.
So hold up. One team member has to hold up the game board by pulling on a rope, and the other teammate is in charge of gathering all the puzzles pieces and then actually building up this puzzle. Nani, she's actually not great with her strength, but she's actually really good at puzzles. And Turbo is the opposite. We have Ashley and Dario, which is kind of obvious, but Ashley's the brains there and Dario's the brawn. I like that it was like kind of like an even keel, like, okay, like let's just see, best man wins, like let's go. Nani already knew. I just got to let him do it. Turbo actually came out and was like, yo, I'm not doing this again. And Leroy wants me to kick Dario's ass, and I told him I'd take him out like this. So let me get this revenge on him. Dario gets this karma of his lifetime because Dario vote helped or actually kind of sparked this rally up to get him out of the house. He realizes that was the biggest mistake, and then Turbo ends up getting his ass for Leroy's.
I think I don't think I don't think sending Leroy home was a bad move. I think the timing of it was bad. I think he should have waited a lot longer because beating Leroy and Devin in a final is going to be extremely difficult for them. I mean, we said it, they were the favorites. I just think he should have kept them around a little bit longer before trying to get him out. Eventually, he had to get him out, right? It's part of the game. It's just way too early. But I do love that Turbo avenged. So, did Leroy tell Turbo because Nani's his teammate? Or are Leroy and Turbo cool? I never seen it, but it could be cool.
I think Leroy and Turbo are cool
I could see them being
brain.
cool.
I think Leroy's cool with
Leroy's
everybody.
chill, Leroy's chill.
Yeah.
I agree with you. Yeah, in the long run, was it better for them to go home for Dara and Ashley? Sure, but I mean, no. Dara has been trying to strategize way too hard, and he sucks at it. And he's been talking way too much shit, saying, "Oh, we got these old people," and so like, you just got your ass whooped by two legends of the game. Calm down. You shouldn't have been talking all this shit, and you had nobody to protect you. You sent home the one team that was like had your back. This is what you get. Actually, Ash, I gotta push. I think Turbo is underrated at puzzles. Because it's 2 weeks in a row now. I don't know if he went home and started practicing and all this shit, but like he did the image puzzle last week, and now this week he did the star puzzle.
And he
Man,
killed
I
it.
think did Turbo just unlock a new skill? Did he just learn a new move,
New power up.
Pokemon style?
Yo, he said it. He said you do this every day. So I 100% believe after the last challenge, or even maybe a month or two before this challenge, every day he's doing all these different puzzles. He's, training. That's very Turbo like to be training for this shit. So
Because
100%.
if you remember the elimination, the last one he was in, he got beat by Horacio and Olivia on the puzzle elimination.
He didn't
And
like
now it didn't help that the whole house was helping Horacio and Olivia beat him because he was acting a fool. But he went home. He's like, never again.
that. Yeah,
I will show these pussy chickens. I
Training.
will turbo the mind too.
Cute training montage, and it's just him with puzzles in his house.
Yeah.
Every day eating raw eggs, fucking doing puzzles and shit.
He's playing chess against himself.
With one weight in one hand. Like solving puzzles. No.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, if
It
he
was
could
fun.
work on his social game, he'd be a triple threat.
Good
But-
luck. Good luck with that.
What's that training look like? You just show him like with an old woman helping her cross the street. He's just taking farts in the face and trying not to get mad or something. Like, what's the training for that? Like,
Oh man, no. I guess it's like first is like stop using pussy chicken, but I mean that is like literally the best.
That's his
word ever.
catchphrase.
Yeah, no, I love it.
Yeah.
Catchphrase.
Yeah, no, I'm so happy that they won, and it felt good that Turbo won, and like I felt proud, like a proud sister or something, like So
We're
I was happy to
stalker.
see that. Stalker, sister, same shit. No,
But I didn't know who
yeah.
was gonna win though. Like I honestly thought Dario and them were gonna win because when I looked at their puzzles, he had a good chunk of it done, but Turbo pulled it out.
I like this elimination because I thought it was like equal parts like speed, some strength. I would maybe if the thing was a little bit heavier and like they would have dropped it once or twice just to make it even more suspenseful. But it was a good one. I like when they combine, speed, strength, puzzles, all that.
So had it went the other way, if it was Ashley and Dario versus Frank and Sam, who would have won?
I would have given it to Dario and Ashley.
Think so?
You don't think so?
I don't know.
You think Frank would have got it?
I think Frank and Sam are both better at puzzles than both the other people on the team. So the way I see it is Sam holds up first and Frank collects the puzzle pieces because he's faster. And then I wouldn't put it past Sam, like once they run out of time, for her to do the puzzle on the first shot, because she was the one also on the puzzle where they had to wipe the mud. She's the one who figured it out, and they won the star on that one. So I actually think that was kind of a good one for them to do. It minimizes like Sam's physical ability, like need to use physical abilities.
Why? What's wrong with her physical abilities? Eric.
But I think she would have been good if she held down, like, because she's strong too. Like,
Yeah,
she's not fast.
I feel like
but
she
she's
gets
probably- she can
flustered
hold it
though.
down.
I feel like she gets flustered sometimes. Like I feel like if Frank
When
turns
Frank
back into old
screams.
Frank, yeah, and he starts yelling like, "Oh no, go there!" And then that's what I'm thinking was gonna happen during that challenge. More Frank walling out on her.
Hasn't happened yet. We gotta have hope that they're
It's
gonna make
gonna
it all the
happen.
way.
I
It's
can
not
put
gonna
money
happen.
on it. It's gonna happen.
I put my money, I put my heart behind them. Matter of fact, should we check the scoreboard?
Let's
Yeah,
check it.
let's check the scoreboard.
Moving at the speed of Sam. Cut that out.
Shit.
Yikes.
This
Wow,
is our scoreboard
Ooh,
for
let's
the week.
go. Okay.
So, for the week, big week for you, Victor.
Yes, sir.
You had Adam and Steve won the challenge.
Thank you, Adam and Steve.
Plus, you had a lot of mayhem points between Adam, Shane. That's it, I guess. But a lot of mayhem going on.
All the mayhem points with Turbo and Nora still has 4.
They went in, right? Is that why?
The weekly, yeah, they went in, so it kind of negated some of Turbo's mayhem points. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Damn. So am I the only one that has their full team? Like
yeah.
both teams?
Yeah.
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 Actually.
Yeah. But you know, Shane and Davon are going in next week because they talk way too much shit. They came at the king.
And,
Although, peep this, they're in the center of the All Stars.
as I was saying,
Shane
I
Davon.
peeped it. I was like, look at my team right there. Look at them.
So this could be foreshadowing. Let's take a look at the teams. Ashley, how you feeling with Melissa and Nicole as your mainstays?
I'm pissed. I'm so pissed. They can't
Oh.
even do a puzzle.
I was
What?
wrong. Nora,
Oh, yeah, Nora.
has both her teams too. It's just that we're not really counting Veronica and Katie. So show them some respect.
No thanks.
So all 4 of them. So, all right. Yeah, Melissa and Nicole, if their communication skills could get it together, I'd be happier, but I don't see them winning anytime soon. So, I guess that's it. I'm going to stay at my 12.
Well, Nicole will need
Melissa
to learn
doesn't talk about
English
her daughter.
first. Nicole needs to learn English first because there's no communication. So
Maybe they'll learn telepathy because I think that's the only way that happens. So Raquel, the cutthroat Contessa, is the second team to lose. Is the second player to lose both teams after Rodney. And but I'm sitting. Listen, I'm sitting comfortable. I got the king and queen of the house, or the 2 queens of the house. They're running the game. So
oh,
Frank and Sam, I'm just sitting waiting to pounce on you, Victor.
I'm good.
Hey,
I'm
yo.
good. You know what? I'm very proud of my team. You know, Adam and Steve has been stepping it up, so you know, I'm very proud of them. I knew they had it in them. The Shane, they're coming. They're coming. Their time is
Hey,
coming.
yo. I don't know who Deshane is, but he don't need to come around here.
It's
So that's the score update. Let's see. Still a lot of season left, or maybe not.
not
Maybe
really.
I need
I
to
think
start
they
making my
said.
comeback.
I think they said 2 more. Like, well, they were estimating 2 more eliminations, but we don't know that for sure. But makes sense if you want to have a final full of 4 teams.
The eliminations have been cool. And I just think like the compact season, you just fit a lot more of the drama. You fit a lot more of the interesting stuff when you have like good structure. When you're not bloated with too many teams. When you have people who know how to make good TV. So I think All Stars is killing it.
Yeah, great job. I'm very happy. Season 40 was a big letdown, so This has made me feel a little better.
One question for our audience. We didn't talk about this. Sleeping in the club, is that a party foul? Or are we just like, we got to give it up to the Comfy King Turbo? Because, like, I'm plus 35 now. Sleeping in the club, you got a nice DJ playing sick tunes, you got a comfy couch and some drinks. That's kind of the dream right there. Like, you take the pool party in the cabanas into the club. Is that a party foul or not?
You leave without your wallet. Because you will be robbed.
Oh, man.
Is that a question for the audience or for us?
I mean, what's your opinion?
Audience.
The audience. Everyone out there.
Hey. Oh, nah.
Nah, first of all, like Melissa going in there to talk to him, that was a party foul. You see my man is relaxing, he's chilling, he's cooling. Why you go in there to fake apologize and then actually just start more beef? Like, shut your ass up, leave him alone, he was chilling. And I don't think it's a party foul. If you're tired, you're tired. I could go to sleep anywhere, so whatever. Nah, man. Let the man be.
Hold on. Are you sure, though? Because Melissa got you mayhem points for doing that.
Great job, girl.
Look, my boy Turbo was chilling. He was just trying to be, leave everybody alone, just relax, enjoy his time. I'm sure he was forced to go out. Like, they all have to go out together. So he's like, all right, I'm just going to chill. And then she comes, starts stirring shit up. And now look, now he's mad. He's angry. He woke me up. Look at it. So whose fault was it? It was all Melissa's fault. He was just trying to enjoy his life. Take a nap. No, bother
Would you
nobody.
sleep in the club?
Would I sleep
Would
in the
you
club?
be caught sleeping
Probably.
in the club?
Honestly, I'd be falling asleep. Like,
Yo, we're just telling the audience, yo, we old. So,
Yeah.
yo,
We're not youngins.
no, I would not. Sleeping in the club sounds kind of nice. Matter of fact,
right?
sleeping on the bus on the way to the club, sleeping in the club, sleeping on the bus back, then snuggling up on the couch in the living room with Turbo. Hey, yo.
Oh, my God.
Bye.
Bye.
Lo que mejor hacemos.